What we've got here is a 4L60E, and I'm trying to separate the transmission from the engine. And I've got all the bolts out. It's a 305 engine, and I've got all the training bolts out all the way around. And what I was having problems with is getting the rusty dowel pins freed up and getting the transmission to slide off the dowel pins. And on the driver's side, you can see there's no separation between the transmission. I tried banging on stuff and it didn't work, and driving a wedge in, and that kind of, I don't know, might have worked, but I didn't mess with it too long. This side, all I did was take a torch and heat the aluminum around the dowel pins, and you can see, I mean, it came away on its own. I didn't even bang on it or anything after I heated it. I've got the rear of the tranny supported just a little bit, and the front of the engine supported just a little bit, so there's a little, downward pressure that would cause that to separate. These two pieces are junk. I'm just disassembling them for the learning experience. I don't expect to save any of the parts, but I guess the aluminum engine would be worth something. Anyway, hopefully I'm going to show you how a little heat on these dowel pins will allow this transmission to just separate by itself. This is aluminum, this housing, so aluminum expands quite quickly under heat, quite a bit. Well, it doesn't seem like it's going to drop on its own. I'll give it a kick here. I can see daylight there. I didn't have to pound on it hard, or... There we go. See? There you go. No pounding and no damage to anything. And I probably did heat the aluminum housing way more than I needed to. I did that to hopefully have it, separate right in front of our very eyes the way the other side did for me, just for the video. But anyway, I guess if you heat those tabs up, or those dowels, alignment dowels are called, and heat up the aluminum housing, this will come apart really easy. I had a truck that I took the transmission out of it, a 94 Sonoma, and I was afraid to put any heat in there because it was so close to the surrounding stuff in the truck, and I had a terrible time getting these dowel pins freed up. And the only way I ended up doing was driving a wedge right in there, and I took a regular flat screwdriver and ground a sharp point in it and drove it in, and I eventually got it, but I was afraid of breaking this. And apparently a lot of transmission shops say that do-it-yourselfers that aren't familiar with this method of heating and whatnot, or if they don't drive a wedge in, they'll break this part of the transmission off, and then your core's no good, and then it's cost you a lot more for rebuild. So there's a little tip on getting the transmission off of the engine. Good luck.